18 February 2024, and today I've got the Sunday update. This Sunday update is very, very interesting, and most people are quite confused about what is going on in Zimbabwean politics, especially opposition politics. And this is because there has been an announcement this week. In fact, yesterday, there was an announcement on the new leadership structure of the CCC. So currently, this is what everyone has been waiting for. I've been saying for the past few weeks that Tendai Biti is going to eventually lead the CCC. And I've been saying that the CCC must not die. So the CCC must not be destroyed, because that is where we have our MPs, that is where we have got our councillors and senators. So I continue to say that there should be no destruction of the CCC, because as far as I'm concerned, Nelson Chamisa has not said what he's going to do next. And I've been checking this week with everyone that I know, the close people to Nelson Chamisa, and it has become clear to me that no one really knows what Chamisa is thinking and what Chamisa is planning to do. And when I say no one, I mean most of the people. They will tell you that Chamisa is going to do this or Chamisa is going to do that, but actually people don't know. I've had a discussion last night with someone very close to Chamisa, and they cannot say to me if they've talked to him or not and what he's going to do. And it's not clear. Many people that are around Chamisa right now, they don't know what is going to happen next. What is the direction? And it's clear to me that we have to make sure that the CCC survives, because there are MPs there. Otherwise, you have to get rid of the MPs. You have to quit Parliament. You have to quit Senate. You have to quit the councils. As long as you don't quit those places, then Chamisa must either provide a direction, or people must continue to support the CCC while waiting to see what Chamisa is going to do next. So people cannot just do nothing and hope that Chamisa is going to come up with an announcement. So this comes obviously in terms of, if you look at the tweet by Ostalos here yesterday, this is a tweet by Ostalos, and the previous tweet with the blue curtain. That's all that you can see right now. You have not had any announcement, and it's a bit difficult for people to make decisions based on something that has not been announced. So this is very, very difficult for people, especially those people who are close to Chamisa. They don't even know what is going to happen. And I will only say more if there's more information, but at the moment, the announcement is not coming. It's not yet there. And I think most people will be saying Chamisa must come out and now be clear about the direction, the new direction. Yesterday he tweeted, imagination advantage. Imagination is the spark that ignites the fire of invention and flame of innovation. That passion is to create the novel and new. Always go disruptive. Imagine it, Sabbath nuggets. And then he said here, everything set and ready, solid curriculum, structures and everything. But it's clear to me that there is no structures right now as we speak. The Joburg guys, they didn't show any video yesterday when they had the meeting. Where Ostalos is going, they're talking to the community. But you don't start launching from the grassroots. That will never work. You start launching at the top. So if you're going to launch a successful organization, you don't launch it from the grassroots, because the people there don't know anything. So let's say you go to Mashonaland West, or you go to Gokwe, or you go to Mtare. The people don't know anything. When you launch your organization, you start at the top. You show who is the leader there, who is responsible for whatever functions are supposed to be produced in that organization. What is the strategy? What is the direction? That is not there. So my view on this is that as long as Chamisa has not come out and made an announcement, then people should actually continue to support the guys in the CCC, because you don't know what's happening. Eventually, who knows, maybe there will be a coalition because the opposition in Zimbabwe cannot win without a coalition. I've known this for a very, very long time, and Tsvangirai has known this for a long time. There is no one person in the opposition that can win without a coalition. It's not possible. ZANU-PF is just too strong, and their strategies are just too brutal for one person to win. So if Chamisa was to right now form a movement, ZANU-PF will find a way of destroying that movement. And this is what is going to happen. It's not possible for ZANU-PF to leave someone to create a big movement and then let them just go. So eventually you need a coalition. That is why you've seen that in the past, there's been all these attempts to create coalitions. It's not possible for one person to win the election in Zimbabwe and then to take over. So as far as I'm concerned, where we are, we're at the beginning, and we still need to work with the guys in the CCC. You cannot just suddenly say, because Chamisa is not there, then we cannot work with the guys in the CCC. So I'm going to be making all the attempts that I can to get you information. Mafume has made an announcement yesterday. Let's see if I can find that announcement. The leadership of the CCC is now in the hands of Professor Oshman Ngube, Tendai Biti, and Karenyi Kore. As I mentioned, I've met these people. Ana Tendai Biti, Ana Ngube, Ana Karenyi Kore. Karenyi Kore, she was here in Johannesburg. I went to meet her in the Free State with my lawyer, Advocate Sibanda, and Tafaz Wasambiri. We went over there and we met her. There were people like Anatas Njov. Everyone was there. We also met Tendai Biti with Anakomichi down here. Most of the structures that you see that were set up in the diaspora were set up by these very same people who are in the CCC. And there is nothing that has changed. Don't think that just because there's been a disagreement between Chamisa and BT and Ngube and Karenyi Kore, then everything should just stop. I think someone needs to bring sanity to this whole situation. Nothing has happened to Jobs Gala or to all the guys that you know that will suddenly make them so bad that you can't work with them, because that is running around like a headless chicken. If you see someone who just says, okay, today I'm no longer talking to you, I'm not going by myself, I'm going that way, and the other one says I'm going that way, that is running around like a headless chicken. So let's support everyone in the opposition, and let's not be rash before we know what is the next direction from Chamisa. So let's look at what the announcement that was made yesterday by Mafume, and then I'll give you other news.
To fill in the vacancy left by Advocate Nelson Chamisa by appointing an acting president. The acting president position will be held by the three vice presidents on a 90 days rotation basis until the party goes to an elective Congress. By record of the May 2019 Gweru Congress and within the context of the leadership of the party as of 22 January 2020, Professor Oshman Ngube is the most senior of the vice president. In consequence thereof, the NSC resolved to, with immediate effect, appoint Professor Oshman Ngube as the acting president. Professor Oshman Ngube will be the acting president for 90 days, calculated from the day following the announcement. As previously communicated, the NSC re-emphasizes the importance of keeping unity and cohesion in the party. The NSC noted the uncertainties created by the departure of President Nelson Chamisa and delayed appointment of the acting president, negatively impacting on the generality of our membership and the people of Zimbabwe more generally.
Right, so for the next 90 days, the president of the CCC is Professor Oshman Ngube. In mid-March, the president is going to go to Tendai Biti, and after that is going to go to Karenyi Kore. So what I foresee here is that by December, there will then be a Congress, if this goes. So that's 90 days is 3 months, which means 90 days from February, we're looking at a Congress in December 2024. And that is usually the time when they do have these Congresses. If it happens earlier, it will have happened earlier. But the point that I'm trying to make here is Chamisa has not announced anything. Chamisa has not said what is going to happen next, and all his members, the key members that are close to him that I'm talking to, they do not know what he's planning, and I don't know how that is fair to anybody. So Chamisa needs to come out and clearly offer a direction to people to say what is going to happen next. If Chamisa does not offer a direction within the next few months, it will be very difficult for him to go to the presidency, and he will have no one to blame. You see, this is the kind of thing that happened during the formation of the CCC. It took so long to announce. People can vote for Chamisa, people can vote for the MPs, but it's not enough to win the presidency. If you want to be a president of Zimbabwe, there are certain lengths to which you need to go. And this strategic ambiguity is going to be very difficult to take to the presidency. It's taking away a lot of support from the key structures of Nelson Chamisa. And you see that guys like myself in the media, we support Chamisa, we give him a lot of coverage. Do not think that people are just going to continue to support Chamisa when he's not showing himself and showing what he needs to do and what direction he needs to take. So that direction needs to be shown. And also, people are not going to withdraw or withhold support from other people in the opposition. It's very, very unfair to expect people to not support other members of the opposition. That is what I've seen from Chamisa. He has not presented any particular information of what he's going to do next. And to me, I normally do not like to support people whose next direction I do not understand. Imagine if Chamisa was to come out and say, I'm no longer in politics. Mafume raised that point to say, what if Chamisa comes out and say, I'm no longer in politics? What are you going to do? Are you going to stop everything because Chamisa said he's not in politics? So we have to be clear that there needs to be a strong opposition in Zimbabwe, and that strong opposition must not be undefined. It must be defined. People must come out and declare themselves to say, this is what I'm going to do. This is the direction I'm going to take. Otherwise, in 6 months' time, we'll be back here again talking about other things that will have happened. So we need to get that sorted. Chamisa needs to clearly articulate what is his next move, and he needs to articulate that move to his supporters. So the curtains that I'm seeing here, I don't think it's enough to just show the curtains, the blue curtain. That's not enough. So let's go to news very quickly. Zambian president Hakainde Hichilema has been having meetings here. You saw he met with Paul Kagame of Rwanda, and then Paul Kagame also met, I think that is the SADC Troika chairperson, president of Angola here. And then the African presidents had meetings. You can see ED right at the back there. And then at the front, we've got Ramaphosa and the rest of the other guys. And then Kagame right at the end. I don't see where Hakainde Hichilema is standing here. And then in terms of other news, obviously, this story is dominating. The story of whether people should support Tendai Biti and Ngube and Karenyi Kore, and whether people should wait for Chamisa to announce the new direction. And my view is clear. And guys, let me tell you what, even if I've got one person who supports me, I will not just support something that's not defined. I will not wake up one day and say, I'm going to support something that I don't know where it's going to start and where it's going to end. And I'm not desperate to that extent to say I'm just going to follow people that I don't know what they're going to do. I want people to come out and articulate a position, and then we support that position. If someone is quiet and they do not say anything and they do not articulate what they're going to do, I'm not going to be following things that I don't know. So I don't know about you. I'm not just going to be singing praises to people that I don't know what they're doing. And so tomorrow we have Job Scala coming out. In the morning, he's on Trevor Ngube's channel. And then we've got Tendai Biti. We're waiting for Tendai Biti to speak. And I've said this, Tendai Biti must come out and articulate his position. Ngube must come out and articulate his position. I've got contact with Ngube. I sent him a message this morning. I want to see what these guys are up to. What is the plan? So I'm not talking things that I don't know here. I'm talking things that I know. And every morning I'm going to be sitting here and we're going to be talking about what has been announced. So if you just come and say, Chamisa is the most popular one, and Chamisa is the way, and God is in it, I'm not going to listen to that thing that you're going to say. You can continue with all those things, but I want a clearly articulated position here. That is what I'm going to be following. I'm not going to be following and define things that I don't know, especially when people are just going months on months without direction. This is crazy stuff that the opposition in Zimbabwe is giving us. Where have you ever seen this? Where people are just quiet and not providing direction. Even the press conference yesterday, the actual leaders that are being appointed are not there. Promise Nkwananzi is the spokesperson of the CCC. And now we've got Mafume. What is next? Who is who now? Do you guys enjoy this confusion that is coming from the opposition? Do you think these guys can become president in Zimbabwe doing this? So we have to be clear. We don't want confusion. And right now, all these guys are giving us is confusion. For years, we've had this confusion since 2018. That's all we've had. We first of all had Kupe, Monzora. Now we have got Sangezo, and Chamisa, and Mube, and Biti, Kareni Kore. Everything is confused. And it doesn't seem like we have a direction of where we're going to be going if we follow this. So people have to draw the line and make these guys know that they are selling policies. They're selling us a future. They're selling us change, not to sell us who is more popular than who. And try to get these people to work together. Now let's look at the comments. Komatonga is saying CCC is dead. Gambako, wait to see. CCC is not dead. And this is what the point I'm trying to make. I'm personally going to support CCC because the MPs, councillors, and senators. Currently, Chamisa has left the CCC. Where he is, there's no councillors, senators, and MPs. So it means he's going to build from scratch. And right now, he has not said how he's going to do that. So don't stop supporting CCC. And the MPs there must not leave. They must stay in Parliament, they must stay in Senate, and they must stay in councils until Chamisa articulates a position in the direction. If he does not articulate a position in the direction, what happens to all the voters who voted for these guys, who went through everything in terms of supporting Anna Chamisa? What do? Someone must provide a direction. If you say don't support CCC, give us something to support. Don't just give us nothing. And I've been saying this for a very, very long time. We need something. We need direction. You say, like my blue jacket. Yes, this is amazing. Thank you very much. And then let's go to other. Anyway, says CCC, we don't care about those people. I am going to be supporting all the opposition. I'm going to be supporting. I've got nothing against Biti Ngube and Mafume and all those guys. Guys, don't expect me to just follow your hatred and fights. I'm not doing it. And I'm supporting everyone in the opposition. If right now you woke up and you say, Gambako will no longer listen to you because you don't want to hate people that we hate, you can go there. I'm not listening to you and I'm not following you. I'm doing my own thing here. I'm not going to be tossed around from this direction to that direction. We must be clear that there's ZANU-PF here and then there's opposition here. And if you support the opposition, you support the opposition. They will not agree on everything. But then don't say, oh, today, if I say that you're not supporting CCC, everyone must stop supporting CCC. It's not fair. So let's be fair and clear here. As long as Chamisa is not provided as something to support, then we must support the CCC. And worse still, Chamisa has not appeared on a video since that time of Messiah's death. You have not seen Chamisa addressing the current situation. So now the time has come for Chamisa to be put on the spot to say, give us what you're going to do. We cannot just give him free rein to go and not provide us with direction. So Chamisa must provide direction. And we want a direction that is winning, a winning direction. So we don't want these cryptic messages here that we're seeing. Look at this cryptic message here. The imagination advantage Imagination is the spark that ignites the fire of invention and flame of innovation. That passion is to create the new and novel and whatever. Guys, this is not enough. We need more. We need more here. We need Chamisa to show up and step up and show us where he's going and where we're going. We have people that have sacrificed their life for Chamisa and for these guys in the opposition. So we can't have this thing where the guys just give us something that is all over. We want clear direction from the people in the opposition. They need to provide clear direction, not people just moving around and not showing where we're going. And this is not cool. Suppose saying it's God's time, Chamisa will be the president. If you want to support CC, just do it. Don't involve others. Yes, I'm going to support everyone in the opposition. I'm even going to support Chamisa. I'm going to support everyone in the opposition. And I'm not going to stop and say I'll support only this part and I'll only support this part. I don't know anything about what's going on. I don't know if you know. So if you know, let me know. Most of you here don't know. The leaders that I'm talking to don't know. The top leaders close to Chamisa, they talk to me. They've not talked to him. And they don't know what he's planning. So I am not going to be stopping to support the CCC because Chamisa is going to form something new that I don't know. And then Chamisa appeared on his birthday. The man is very clear. What did he say? So that's the question I always ask people. Someone says to me, I talked to Chamisa. I always ask them, what did he say? So far, if you know what he said and what he's forming, let me know. I've seen Ostalos. I've seen Chibaya. I've seen all these guys. What is next? That's what I want. I want direction. And then Mkoma TV saying that it's fullness of time. It's come Gambagwe direction not coming the way you want. And up CCC, Ndokune Congress. Yes, if I support CCC and we give them coverage. So don't think that what we're doing here is useless. And don't think that we don't have people who agree with what I'm saying. So I tend to see people who think that because they support Chamisa, then everyone must just keep quiet. Eventually, what is going to happen is that people are going to get fed up. And do you see that I'm taking a position? I have taken a position that people must come and articulate. They must be servants to us. So Chamisa, they're not our boss. Anamnangabwa, they're not our boss. Anabiti, they're not our boss. We, the supporters, we are the boss. So if someone tells me that Gambakwe, we are going to, if you don't support the new blue movement that is not defined, then it means that you are not going to be part of us. Then I'm not part of you. I've for many, many years, I have been in this position where I take my road and I follow that road. And eventually our roads will meet. So the guys who are saying now that Chamisa must not say anything and must keep quiet and must not announce, and the guys like me who are sitting in the background and not announcing, and Nube who is sitting there and not announcing, so no, everyone gets confused about everything. So the whole opposition is a fuzzy thing that you don't know. And right now Sengizo is not spoken, so you don't know who exactly is who and what is happening. And then you think that's okay. You can live for years under ZANU-PF rule if you continue that way. ZANU-PF is going to toss you for years. And the guys in the diaspora are going to stay there for years supporting these kind of things. So there must be a line. These games must stop. The games that these guys in the opposition are playing, they must stop. We need a proper opposition, and we need that position to articulate a position and a strategy for taking us to a new government. You can't just say new government and then you don't say anything about where that new government is going to come from. So yeah, that is it for today. Chamisa is not said if he's in blue movement, and if anyone has seen it, let me know. I also expect now BT to come out and speak. We need a proper road to the Congress. We need all these issues to be sorted. I know they'll be taken to court very, very soon. There are fights within the Sengizo Chabangu side. But I do not think it's fair for Chamisa to just stay in the dark and make us stay in the dark without direction. We need direction here in the opposition. And I'm not going to apologize for saying this. Currently, what Chamisa is doing is undefined. It's not giving us confidence in his plan. So we need confidence in Chamisa's plans. And Chamisa must be called out. He needs to come out and present a plan. So if you don't want a plan from Chamisa, stay there not wanting a plan. But now we want a plan from Chamisa. We want him to show up. And the period that is taken from last year, November, to now is too much. We want the proper direction. And as I said, the next person who's going to take over in Zimbabwe is the person that is going to bring us mass action. The person that is going to confront ZANU-PF head on. That is the person who's going to give us change in Zimbabwe, not people that are not clear about what we're going to do next. So this is it for today. There has been no announcement by Chamisa on his next move. It's not even clear if he's in the blue movement. So my suggestion to everyone is continue supporting the CCC. CCC guys, make sure that the structures in CCC work and are strong. And then let's have two strong things. Let's have Chamisa with his thing there, and let's have the CCC strong on that side. And this is not by any way me endorsing Chabangu. I don't know Chabangu. I don't talk to him. The only people that I know that I've met is Ngube, BT. Scala, I haven't met Scala. I've met him like very informally. I've met Kareni Kore, which was here in Free State, as I said. These people are not bad people. So let's sort out everything that needs to be sorted out in the opposition, and let's make sure that we have an opposition here. We don't have this fuzzy thing that is not defined. These guys need to tie up their shoes and start moving, and they need to provide us with something we can really say, here is a thing, a solid thing. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another update. I hope that there's clarity tomorrow. And I hope to see what Job Scala is going to be saying in the morning. I'll be waiting 7 a.m. to see what Job Scala says. And then during the week, I'm obviously expecting BT and Ngube to articulate the position, to have a proper press conference where they say what is going to happen. I also expect Promise Mkwananzi to speak and say, is he still the CCC spokesperson or not? How did he get dropped? And people like Sengizu Chabangu, what's happening? Let's have proper information here, not what we're having now, which is crazy. All right, thank you very much, everyone, and a good